I love that it opens to the first interaction with Joffrey, whatever. Okay, what? Yeah, and the game had crashed, right? Alright, great. Alright, guys,
Yeah, but
let's
you don't
continue.
need to do much.
Yeah, true. I mean, I have to redo a puzzle.
Ow!
It wasn't
There are
that
some
hard.
stones here.
Just don't get caught here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have to watch the cutscene.
Okay, I have to wait for him to turn his back.
What was that?
Let's
What
have
was
a look.
that?
Stop right
Oh,
there!
fuck! There's background music playing. Oh, okay. Oops, sorry. Sorry.
Hey, what is that?
Leave me alone, you bastards!
Well, well. There's no need to be that upset.
The game
What are
crashed,
you
but the
doing
music
here,
is still playing.
sweetheart?
The dialogue is still playing. Alright, again. Thank you for letting me know, Bug. Alright, let's go.
Ow! There are some stones here.
Stones here, so I have to wait a little bit.
What was that?
Let's have a look.
Run, bitch! Okay.
Stop right there!
Why? Oh my god.
You need to go to the second bush
Hey.
before you go to the window.
What is that?
Leave me alone, you bastards!
Leave me alone, you
There's
bastards.
no need to be that upset. What are you doing here, sweetheart?
This is great.
Ow! There are some stones here.
Ah! Oh, for fuck's sake. Rest again. Let's have that open, because we might need it. Right.
Ow! There are some stones here.
Stop right there!
Ah!
Hey, what is that?
Leave me alone, you bastards!
Well, well. There's
Well,
no need to be
well.
that upset.
Okay, this is the time.
Ow! There are some stones here.
Slow and steady wins the race.
What was that?
Let's have a look.
Run! Oh god, she's walking.
Nothing to be seen.
Yeah.
Stop right there!
She won't run. Wait, she's going inside though. Maybe it will work.
No! Where am I now?
I think it worked.
This is like being in a ghost train. That must be Lord Sinclair's study.
Incredible.
Yeah. Like, stop. Right?
A pentagram.
Oh,
A
she
druid's
must
foot
be
would
gone.
suit Lord Sinclair better.
Must have
Must
been the
have-
wind.
Exactly. Okay, I did it. Now 1-6. What
No,
was
10-1-6.
10-1-6? Okay. Oops. Hey. Hello. Okay. Is that a 10?
That's a 10, yeah. Just like on the clock.
Voila! Open. This is the amulet. Mr. Halligan! God, what a relief! Oh, what was that for? Have you gone mad? What's wrong, Brent? Why are you hitting me?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Oh, God, stop it! What's the matter with you?
What?
Oh, I can skip.
Brent!
Good.
Is that you?
Mhm.
Do you recognize me?
Of course I recognize you. Bloody hell, what's going on? Oh my god, I'm feeling sick.
I had to...
Oh man. What happened?
You
I did.
don't...
Melanie. How did you get here
I thought...
Oh, right.
I had... And I found the amulet.
Where?
It was...
So Sinclair had.
But now...
Melanie.
What?
Last Sinclair. And
What did...
Sinclair.
That...
I saw it with my own.
Oh, God.
Okay, I think this is the part where we left off. It must have something to do with the food.
Must have had something to do with the food.
What food?
Sinclair and his friends invited me to their dinner. The food did something to me. Anyway, Sinclair had no compunction in telling me all about the circle and about their future
I like how
plans
he
over
fails to
dinner.
mention
The
that it
circle
was human
wants to
flesh.
complete the
Yeah.
ritual and to put a curse on the world which will make us all their slaves.
That's nonsense.
No, Melanie. You've seen what these people did to me. They're mad. And they are serious. I'm sure about that now.
What's going on in there? Open the door! Open it at once!
The guards, Brent. They're at the door. We have to leave.
Open the door!
You have to leave through the
Jack,
window, I think.
Get the key!
Yeah, Melanie, I think you're right.
Yeah,
we really
Melanie.
should get out of here. And we should do it now. We made it.
Oh,
Yes, thank
okay.
God. I couldn't have taken it in that house even a second longer.
Everything
Getting
all right
out was
with you?
easier than
Yes.
getting in.
I'm a bit out of breath. And you, Brent?
My head is still throbbing a bit, but apart from that, I'm okay. We have to go, Melanie. Now.
Where?
To Mr. Blake. If anybody can tell us something about the incidents in this
Mr.
house,
Blake
he
will be
can.
dead.
Okay, let's move.
Mr.
Dead.
Blake,
Oh.
I'm glad you're here.
Okay,
There's a
it's just
lot we
doing
need
it
to
by
tell you.
itself.
We've experienced something simply
You
incredible.
lost your bed.
Calm down, Mr. Halligan. Let's discuss it all in peace and quiet. Perhaps you'd like to introduce me to the young lady?
Oh, of course. I almost forgot in all this excitement. Mr. Blake, this is Dr. Melanie Turner from the Anthropological Museum in Oxford.
Oh, yes, of course. We spoke on the telephone.
That's right. Pleased to meet you at long last, Mr. Blake.
Now, what's been happening? Have you found out any more about the circle?
Any more? It's a nightmare, Mr. Blake.
Go on.
Mr. Blake.
Mr. Blake, we found the amulet you were talking about. The amulet of transformation.
You found it. My God. Show me. Yes, that's it. Where was it?
In a hidden safe. In the office of the leader of this ominous circle. There was a parchment with it, with completely illegible signs on it. Here, take a look.
I don't trust Mr. Blake.
Did they make any
Why
sense
not?
to you?
They're very unusual runes.
I think
Take
he
a look at
wants
this
to be
piece.
part of the
Go on with
circle.
your story. You were saying you know who's leading the circle? Who is it?
The circle is led by an aristocrat called Lord Sinclair.
Lord Sinclair. Never heard of him. How did you find out?
Research. Scotland Yard observed the group for a while. There was an entry in the database, so I drove out to his place. It's a pretty pretentious estate on Winchester Street.
You drove out there all by yourself?
Yes,
That was rather careless of you, Mr. Halligan.
you can say that again. He'd obviously been expecting me and had me locked up at once.
What happened next?
He made me eat human flesh.
I witnessed a murder taking place.
Murder? On Sinclair's estate?
Yes, I saw them cutting the flesh from a human body. A live body.
With a sickle?
Yes.
I knew it. What you witnessed was a ritual for the transferal of life force. Were you seen?
I passed out. When I came to, I was sitting at a laid table with Sinclair and 4 other men.
Was there food on the table?
Yes, meat.
You didn't eat any, surely.
Yes, I did.
Fucking moron.
I know. It was the victim's flesh, wasn't it?
Yes. You have taken part in the ritual, Mr. Howard. How on earth did you manage to get away?
I love
Miss
that
Turner
it's
got
not
me out.
obvious to him that
If
it
hadn't
was
been
human
for her, I
flesh.
wouldn't be here now.
You're a brave woman, Miss Turner.
What do
Maybe
we
he's
do
just
now?
assuming the
Why
best.
don't we just send a police contingent round there? You're a detective, Mr. Halligan, and Lord Sinclair is a murderer.
There won't be anything to find by the time they get there. Sinclair and his friends are no fools. They'll proceed as they've done in all the other cases. They'll just dump the bones somewhere to save the police hunting high and low for a corpse. Scotland Yard will file it away. End of case.
Have you found out yet what stopped the completion of the ritual 1,000 years ago?
I've deciphered the text a little further, but some of the signs are just completely unknown to me.
How can we stop these people?
I'm afraid we won't be able to. Lord Sinclair and his friends are untouchable, and every one of their rituals makes them more powerful.
I thought you said the amulet was important to the ritual.
Yes, that's what the inscription says.
Yeah, but then everything's all right now. After all, I've got it. Let's just melt it down, then this nightmare will be over.
Mr. Halligan, you're forgetting the ritual has already taken place 1,000 years ago. It just didn't reach perfection. Only part of the power was transferred to the infants. The inheritors are now trying to complete their ritual.
But if this amulet means so much to Sinclair, surely it must be needed for the perfection.
I'm not so sure about that. Sinclair may be interested in it for some other reason.
What makes you think that?
The title written on the parchment you gave me.
What does the parchment's title say?
Unless I'm very much mistaken, the text refers to a place known as 12 Bridges.
What kind of place is that?
12 Bridges is an abandoned complex near Glastonbury. The bridges are in great danger of collapsing. Ancient Celtic myths refer to the place as the Gate of the Worlds.
Gate of the Worlds? What's that supposed to be?
You know, Mr. Halligan, the Celts did not regard reality and time as insurmountable facts. On the contrary, they regarded them as illusions, which man's laziness and ignorance made him incapable of overcoming. Celtic shrines were always special places that allowed them to leave the normality of everyday reality. Celtic myths claim that 12 Bridges has been a consecrated site for millennia, a place where the body can step over into another time.
Can you read what the parchment says?
The signs resemble those on the inscription I'm working on, but I'm just not getting anywhere with it. All I've been able to make out of the parchment so far is the title. I need a special book to continue. The Celtic Orthographic System by Scott M. Winfield. Oxford University Library should have it. Mr. Halligan, please get me a copy of that book. I believe the translation of this parchment is the key to Lord Sinclair's intentions.
You mean 12 Bridges is the gate to a journey through time?
According to the legend, yes.
But nothing's ever been reported of such a journey.
Well, that doesn't make it impossible, does it? The place has not been closely examined so far. It's too dilapidated. Just entering the place is taking a very serious risk. Anyway, nobody really believes in time travel anymore these days.
Why would Sinclair keep a parchment about that place in his safe?
You see, Mr. Halligan, that's what I've been wondering. If Sinclair knows the place and keeps a parchment about it hidden in his safe, wouldn't it be conceivable that journeys through time really are possible from 12 Bridges?
You mean he wants to travel back in time?
Well, He'd certainly be doing his best to make sure nobody else made that journey. Maybe Sinclair wants to prevent anyone from traveling back in time and disturbing the ritual.
Why would anyone do that? And why would Sinclair be so concerned about it?
It's easy. No ritual, no inheritors. No inheritors.
No Lord Sinclair. I see.
Of course, these are just speculations. As I said, Mr. Halligan, we need the book from the library. I should be able to tell you more when I've translated the parchment.
Why do they call the place 12 Bridges?
It's a very strange arrangement of 12 stone bridges. No one knows why they were built that way. They probably weren't the first thing that was erected there anyway. The current bridge array dates from the early Middle Ages. If, as I suspect, that place has been a Celtic shrine for centuries, there are bound to have been other structures there at some point.
Thank you, Mr. Blake. I'll see what I can make of it.
Good. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to call on me anytime you like.
Okay. Let's go.
This thing is getting more and more mysterious. I can't believe what Mr. Blake said.
We have to find out why this amulet is so important to Sinclair. Perhaps Mr. Blake is right, and the amulet is the key to preventing the ritual. I expect we'll know more as soon as the translation of the parchment is finished. I have to go to Oxford, Melanie. I have to get the book for Mr. Blake.
Yes, of course. That's fine by me. I really need to check a few things at home. Where shall we meet later?
I'll get in touch with you as soon as I have any news, okay?
All right. I'll be off then.
Okay, Melanie. See you later.
So, this sounds so casual. Oh, that's fine by me. I need some things at home.
Yeah, she needs to do stuff.
Oh, okay. Oxford. Library of Oxford. We can get inside a car? Oh. Alarm protected. Yeah. We'll have to steal this car, huh? Save game.
You could first find out why, go inside.
I'm exploring.
I mean, just before you attempt to steal a car.
It's Hannigan.
Halligan.
Whatever.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a book.
Oh, how nice for you.
Quite. Do you think you could help me?
Help you? Why?
Because the book I'm looking for is a rare one.
We may not even have it then. Who knows? Was there anything else, young man?
You don't seem to understand. I'm asking you to be good enough to assist me. I don't have much time, so if you would be so kind...
I'm not being paid for being kind, or for helping you.
All right. All I want to know is where I might find the Celtic orthographic system.
I can't say. With all these books, you surely can't expect me to know off by heart where they all are.
How many books are there in here?
About 543,000, the magazines included.
Great. And I've got to look through them all?
Is this the first time you've been to a library?
No, of course not.
Have you tried the computer yet?
No.
Well then, go to the computer and check the database.
I'll see what I can do by myself then.
You do that.
It's like, I'm getting paid way too little to help you. Where is the computer, though? Oh, I just grabbed a book. What's this?
That's the book, The Roman Monetary System and Fiscal Policies.
Why
Must
did
be a
you grab
bestseller.
that?
Which one?
Nice, peaceful Sims 1 music. Yeah, computer. That's not a computer, that's a book. Maybe it's over here. Oh, he's through the wall. Oh, there it is. Hello, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Hmm.
Do you know whose car that is outside?
Out in the forecourt? That's my car. Why?
Oh, I see what we...
Oh, the window on the driver's side isn't shut properly.
Oh well. It's a nice day. It can't hurt to let some air in.
Isn't that taking rather a risk?
No. After all, the car's just outside the door. It's quite safe.
I'm not so sure. It wouldn't take more than a piece of wire to yank the handle up.
Well, you ought to know.
Why?
Don't you think you'd better close the car window properly?
I can do that later, when I'm finished in here.
A lot later?
Precisely.
That's practically inviting theft.
I'm sure that I'm the best judge of what to do with my own property, young man. Anyway, I've got a car alarm.
Does it work?
Take my word for it. That thing has a siren that you can't possibly miss.
Oh, well, that's all right then. Just one more thing.
Hmm?
Have you made any progress yet?
Well, my young friend, every answer leads to further questions. That's what progress is all about.
So what you're saying is, the longer you sit here, the longer you're going to have to sit here, right?
You have a marvelously analytical mind, young man. The country needs men like you.
So you're not going to let me use the computer?
No, I'm sorry. I can't. My
There's
work
only
is
one
extremely
computer.
urgent. Why don't you take a look in the card index box?
It's
But I'll never
2001.
find anything in there.
Whatever. I need this computer, and that is that.
Couldn't I help you with your research?
No, that's not possible. The subject is simply far too complex. I don't even quite understand what results my research may lead to myself yet.
I think I've been waiting long enough.
Now, what do you know about waiting? The vast continuum of space and time, elucidated in the string theory, knows no waiting. Only the concept of being is a trace of existence in the parallel stream of the ever-concurrent.
All
You
right.
ought to know that, young man.
Of course. I beg your pardon?
I beg your pardon?
Yes, I know. You haven't got a clue what I'm on about. But don't worry. Only 6 people throughout the whole wide world have ever understood my work.
And what do those 6 make of it?
Well, they call my model absurd.
Doesn't that ever make you think?
Why should it? You should see their theories complete and utter nonsense.
All right then, Professor. I've got work to do.
Good. Make yourself useful. Carpe diem, I always say.
I see. All right, let's go make the car siren go off. Ah! Jesus Christ.
I say, stop right there!
What's the matter?
Don't you dare act the innocent. You're trying to steal that book.
Who, me? Steal a book? Madam, I'm a detective.
Madam.
They're always the worst. Anyway, I can see it. If you want to borrow a book, be good enough to come over to my desk first.
Oh, this one? There must be some mistake. I was lost in thought, you see. It must have slipped into my pocket.
Don't you lie to me. Just how often do you think I've heard that one? Now put the book back, and be grateful that I'm not having you thrown out.
Let's borrow it then.
You again? Haven't you found your book yet?
No. How could I? Look, I'd really appreciate your helping me.
You repeat yourself, young man.
I thought it was your job to give people like me information.
Don't think you can tell me what my job is.
It was an obvious question.
Look, young man, my job is to answer questions the computer can't answer. Have you asked the computer yet?
Yes, but it's occupied.
Professor Hastings, I presume.
I don't know the man's name.
Professor Hastings spends a lot of time researching. He sometimes sits in front of that computer for days. Looks like you'll have to wait your turn.
I'm damn short of time, and I need that book.
That's not my problem. We're all short of time.
What exactly are you working on right now, if I may ask?
I'm revising the house rules, if you must know.
Oh, why? What's being altered?
The landing procedure. From now on, visitors to the library must do their own research. Do you understand?
Of course. I might have known.
Well then, you might let me continue my work now. Oh, and, young man?
Yes?
Welcome to our landing library.
Thank you, old crow.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I was just thinking aloud. Yes, this is your problem. I'm from Scotland Yard, and you are going to help me by order of the police.
Shall I tell you something, young man? I don't give tuppence for your orders. This isn't Scotland Yard. It's Oxford University Library. Only the house rules apply here, and they apply to everyone. To the Pope, to the Chinese Emperor, and even to you. If you have any complaints to make, you'd better speak to the management.
I'll see what I can do by myself, then.
You do that.
I don't want to borrow this book.
Bitch. Oh my god. Okay. Would you like some scissors?
There's no point in that.
Okay.
Just
Professor
one more thing.
Hastings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about runes? Was that a yes?
Eh? Yes, that is... no, of course not. But there are a few books on it somewhere in this library. At least, I think so.
Do you know where they'd be?
No idea. That's what the catalogues are there for, my boy.
You don't say. Then will you please let me use the computer?
I told you it's out of the question. Is there something
him.
wrong with your hearing, young man?
Don't you ever eat Or go to the loo?
No, I usually eat right here, and my digestion is trained to last out all day.
I'm going.
Okay, so this is so he's occupied. Um, save.
Nothing's happening. No, I would only scratch everything.
Yeah, scratch it.
You need to, I think, you need to get a wire
A wire.
from the broken fence at Lord Sinclair's house.
Okay. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
A broken wire. Oops. I don't see anything interact. Maybe.
It says, at the hole you made, you will find a piece of wire on the ground.
Ground. Do I have to be inside?
No. Go back to the hole in the head screen. At the bottom right, there's a small piece of wire.
Oh, shut the fuck. Amazing. Let's save again.
I don't believe it will work like that. It won't work like that.
Closer?
I should think up something else. There's no point in that. I can't see any connection there. It won't work like that.
Do I have to connect it with something?
Of course, it can't work like that.
Right,
I'd
yeah.
rather think about it again. That won't help either.
Have you used the wire on the gap of the window?
Oh. Yeah.
Professor Hastings, what are you doing?
Who? Me? Nothing. I must be off to my car. My alarm just went off.
Professor, what's that book you're carrying?
Book? I don't have a book. Please don't joke now, Mrs. Owen. I have to see to my car.
What's this then?
But
What's the sun?
how the devil? That's impossible. I didn't take this book.
Then how did it get there?
There must be some mistake. A very regrettable mistake, Mrs. Owen. I assure you.
I like your nerve, Professor Hastings. You steal a book and then try to deny the whole thing ever happened. I'm very disappointed in you.
Mrs. Owen, you've known me for 20 years now. You ought to know that I'd never...
All I know is that I'm going to have to put this on record. Please come along over here to the issuing counter, Professor. You will have to fill in a form.
Look at him. Oh. Damn. "48 3CB." Okay. 48 3CB. 48. So not here, not in this room. Wait.
Which one?
Where the 48, what does it mean? Hmm. Okay, 48. Maybe it's here because
Which
it's letting me. 3 CB.
Which one?
Did I do it? Oh shit.
That's the book I was supposed to get for Blake.
Oh,
the
nice.
Celtic orthographic system.
I found it all by myself. Okay, but... Oh yeah, let's talk to her.
You again. Haven't you found your book yet?
No. How could I? Look, I'd
Found
really
it.
appreciate your...
You repeat.
Well, why don't I just go and have a...
Professor, if you like, go ahead. He's my husband.
My husband.
Your husband's a...
Trying flattery now, are you? Go and look for your book.
How very generous.
Isn't it, Jack?
Mm.
You do that.
Shut up. Okay.
Here, madam. I found the book I was looking for. I'd like to borrow it.
This one?
Yes? Is there something wrong with it?
You bet there is. This is our reference copy.
What's that supposed to mean?
I can't lend it to you. You will have to read it here.
You can't be serious, surely. I need this book. I have to take it to someone.
You heard me.
Do you at least have a copying machine?
No. Why don't you copy the pages you need by hand?
Madam, I've told you the book's not for me. I wouldn't know which pages are important, and I can hardly copy the whole book by hand.
That's
Not your problem, right?
Right.
I thought as much. Couldn't you make an exception?
We don't do exceptions. Have you any idea how many reference copies we have had stolen?
All right, forget it.
Okay. So we have to get the book. Oh, there are people here. I just noticed. Huh.
Hello, Professor. Still busy? I thought maybe you'd been thrown out by now.
Hang on, nearly finished.
It's pointless. He's in a world of his own. I don't believe it will work like that.
Okay. How do I get the book out?
Go to the room where you saw the white books.
Wait, no, that wasn't it. Room. Yeah.
Now switch covers.
Ah.
The cover of this history book is a perfect fit for the book I want
And
to
you're
borrow.
good to go.
You.
But you did a lot of this puzzle all by yourself. I'm very proud.
Thank you.
You start to
I've
think.
finished
You're
here.
starting to
I
think
found a
like
different
Halligan.
book that interests me. I assume you'll let me borrow this one.
We'll see. What have we here? Let me see. Oh, the Roman monetary system and fiscal policies. Yes, you may borrow this one. And just think, I've actually read this one. What a coincidence. A brilliant piece of work. Very vivid and never gets boring. You know, I wanted to be a historian, and Roman coins were my special field. But then I met my husband here at the university. He was working on his doctoral thesis at the time, and, well, you know how it is. I could discuss Roman coins for hours.
Madam? This is all highly interesting, but I do really want to borrow this book.
Oh, yes, of course. Forgive me. Here you go.
Thank you for the book and your great help.
Oh, I do hope you're not angry with me. If there's any way I can help you, please, don't hesitate to tell me.
And not for the moment, thank you. I really must be off now.
Naturally, naturally. See you soon.
See you soon.
It's like, oh, my specific interest. Arthur Blake.
Here you are. Here's the book you asked for.
Ah, yes. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Halligan. Well, did you have any difficulties with Mrs. Owen at the issuing counter?
None I couldn't handle.
Good. I'll get to work at once. Oh, by the way, Mr. Halligan, Miss Turner called about an hour ago. She's worried about you because you haven't been in touch for such a long time.
Did she say that?
Yes. She said she needs to speak to you urgently.
Do you mind if I use your phone?
No need. I asked her to come out here and join me. She should be arriving any minute now.
How long will the translation take?
Oh, not long, I hope. The book will be a great help. You'd better just wait here for a moment.
I'll just take a look around then, if you don't mind.
Of course not. You're my guest.
Oh, hello.
Mr. Halligan, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
I'm touched at your concern.
Now, don't go imagining things. After all that's happened, it's only natural that I should be worried about you and Mr. Blake.
Well, you've found me now.
How did you get on? Any news?
Mr. Blake's busy translating the parchment we found. He thinks the amulet and the parchment are somehow connected. Maybe we'll be able to stop the Druids once we know what the parchment says.
How are you getting on with your translation, Mr. Blake?
I've done about half. Just be patient
That
a little
took
longer.
2 seconds.
Well, I had to get Mr. Blake this book.
That took rather a long time. I've been phoning around asking for you.
You've been trying to get hold of me?
Yes. I also went to Scotland Yard and spoke to your chief. He's a bit cross with you.
Cross with me? Why, what have I done now?
Lord Sinclair's planning to bring charges against you for burglary.
What? I don't believe it. That old devil Sinclair seems to feel he's pretty safe, doesn't he?
It looks that way. It seems he has very influential friends in the police force. Whatever, your chief asked me to tell you that you're suspended, effective immediately. Oh, and the next time you come to the office, he expects you to give him a comprehensive report in writing.
What? He can't be serious. Don't tell me he's handing the case back to that thick-headed, big-mouth Lowry.
I wouldn't know. All he said was that he expects you to hand the file to him as soon as you get back to the yard.
I certainly will not. This business is just too important to let go. I don't care what the chief says. I'm going to carry this case through on my own.
Oh. Happening. Oh,
What's going
shit!
on out there?
Druids attack.
Oh, no!
What is it? What's happening?
Leave me! Get out of the danger zone! Here, take the parchment and go!
Come along, Mr. Blake. Let's get out of here.
He changed voices.
Get out of here. I'll follow you.
Oh, shit!
Get out of here! Quickly, run!
Why are you... Don't walk through the... Oh my god!
Do you still think Blake works with the Druids? Or wants to be one of them?
Maybe it's what is...
I shall give you until sunset to give my property back to me.
It's a lie. It's like to make them think that he's innocent.
Of course.
Oh, God! Mr. Blake! I have to go back and get him out of there.
Are you crazy? Don't go. It's pointless. You can't help him anymore. He's dead.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, my God, what an inferno. Let's get out of here, Melanie. Otherwise, we'll be next.
Where can we go? To Scotland Yard?
No, that's not a good idea. The chief inspector's waiting for me there. We'd only lose time.
I think he's
Sinclair
fine.
is getting more and more powerful with each
He's
new
just
murder.
sleeping.
So what can we do?
You heard what Mr. Blake said. Sinclair has the power to complete the ritual. No matter what we do, for the time being, nobody can stop him.
Then
Sunbathing,
we're
yeah.
lost.
No, Melanie. We have one chance left.
What do you mean?
We have to go to 12 bridges. We have to try to move the gate of the worlds. If we want to stop Sinclair, we have to stop those who gave him his power 1,000 years ago.
You believe in that Gate of the Worlds thing? It's just a myth, a fairy tale.
The
It's, there was
question is
just
not
a
whether
fireball.
I believe in it, Melanie. The question is whether we have any other options.
You're right. Come on then.
It's like, oh, this is just a fairy tale. There was a giant fireball at the throne of the house, but no, it's a fairy tale. Caution, danger.
This place is just incredible,
Yes. It's beautiful.
but also rather ramshackle, just like Mr. Blake told us. Could I ask you something personal?
That depends on just how personal it is, Brent.
Yells home. Are you married?
Are you married?
Oh, well,
Was that too private a question?
yes. No. Oh, I don't know.
You don't have to answer.
It's all right, Brent. I was married. I got married as soon as I was 18. You know. My father dragged one of his younger colleagues round to our house every weekend. A real high flyer with money, an expensive car, and a golf club membership. He was called Peter.
And you married him?
Yes, my father did everything he could to bring us together. I was young. I didn't have a clue what I wanted and what was important to me.
He killed him,
I
yeah.
just got used to Peter being around, and I thought that feeling must be love. So I married him. Christ, I was really just a stupid child.
What do you mean, you were married?
After our wedding, Peter soon changed. You know, at the beginning, he was sort of charming, but then he became different. Unpredictable, hot-tempered, violent.
He hit you?
Yes. It started with a box round the ears.
Box?
And then it happened all the time.
You put up with that?
For some time, I did. I thought, well, that's what it's like to be married.
How long did that go on for?
About 2 years. Then I divorced him when I found out that he'd been unfaithful to me with some girls from the golf club all the time.
What did your father say to all this?
Of course, my father wasn't delighted with the divorce. He saw how I suffered all the time, but he didn't want to believe it. After all, the whole thing had been his idea. When I told him that I wanted to split up, his first concern was that it might harm his research contacts.
Wow, what a great dad.
What about your mother?
I lost my mother a long time ago. She had cancer and died very early, when I was only 9.
Do you get on well with your father?
After splitting up with Peter, we lost touch for a number of years. My father just couldn't understand why I wouldn't do what he wanted anymore. He couldn't understand how I could deprive him of his allegedly gorgeous son-in-law. He was disappointed in me, and I was disappointed in him. It was only when I got my degree and we became colleagues, so to speak.
You think
that
the
our
father
relationship
was in
improved
love
again.
with his son-in-law?
But he couldn't have him, so he threw him at his daughter.
Living vigorously through his daughter, yeah.
And did you start studying immediately after getting divorced?
Yes, I started working and financed my studies myself. I wanted to be independent at last, from my father, my husband, from everything that had restricted me before. I studied like mad. I spent the nights in the library.
And you were successful.
I didn't have anything left apart from my career. So I thought, make the best of it. And it worked.
That must have been a difficult time for you.
It was hell. I was alone, broke, and I'd had enough of men.
I can imagine that. Have you ever heard from this Peter guy since then?
After the divorce, he behaved like a lunatic for months. He called all the time. Or he appeared drunk in front of the house and screamed abuse in the middle of the night. He even waited for me in front of the museum and swore at me. I had to call the police.
Oh, God, what a psychopath. Do you know what he's doing now?
Yes, now and then I read about him in the papers. He's the director of the Anthropological Society now. One of the bigwigs. He seems to have achieved what he always wanted. And as far as I know, he's married again. But I'm not really that interested in his life. The whole thing's over for me now. I'm just glad to be left in peace.
Thank you for telling me that, Melanie.
I don't usually talk that much about myself, Brent. But meanwhile, you've become almost like a friend.
Melanie?
Brent?
It's about that conversation we had.
What is it, Brent? More questions? You're really curious.
Can you see what's over there, on the rocky island?
You mean the tower?
No, I mean the thing in front of the tower.
No idea. Looks like scales or scaffolding.
What purpose could that serve?
If we stay here, we'll never know.
How can we get to the rocky island?
The bridges don't look very inviting to me.
Yes, I can see what you mean. A lot of them have cracks as well. It's probably too much of a risk. They will collapse one after the other.
But we can't just stay here and hope for a miracle either. We have to do something.
Did Blake say anything else that could help us?
I don't think so. Not while I was there, anyway. You were the one who talked to him.
He only told me that there had been a place of worship at this location for millennia.
That doesn't help us much, does it?
What do you think? Why was it built like this?
I don't know. I'm an anthropologist, not an architect.
Do you think you can really time travel from here?
Scientifically, I'd say it's impossible. But like you said, it's our only chance. If this doesn't get us anywhere, we're finished. We should try everything.
We will find a way of getting over that.
I hope so, Brent.
Melanie?
Brent?
It's about that conversation.
What is it?
What is it, Brent?
Could I ask you,
That
what did you think of me when I first came to your museum?
What did I think? Brent, do I really have to tell you?
Of course you don't have to, but I'd like to know.
I'll tell you, but only if you promise not to be angry with me.
Oh God, is it that bad?
Well, do you promise?
Okay, I promise.
I thought this unshaven bloke's wearing a totally unfashionable coat.
What? That's what you thought?
Yes.
And was that all you thought?
You ask a lot of questions, Brent. I think that's enough for a start. Perhaps we can chat a bit more later.
Sure.
Oops. What an unfashionable coat. Right, well, I say we should risk it, just walk on the bridges. I mean, one person, how much does he weigh? I'm sure it won't collapse. There he goes. As long as you don't sprinkle salt, it should be fine. Yeah, exactly. No, get back, bitch. He's like, I want to go too. No. Okay.
Melanie?
Brent?
It's about...
What is...
Okay. Throw the case file at the bridge. Do we need a rope or something? What?
12 pitches. Once you arrive, you will notice a danger sign consisting of 2 planks of wood. Take these and head on.
Yeah, that should be good enough.
There is no danger anymore.
If I remove the danger sign, that means there was never any danger to begin with. He's still there. I wanna go.
Keep walking until your path becomes blocked. Now use the first plank with the slope on the right hand.
Oh god. That's so dangerous. Yeah.
Step on this and use the second plank in front of you. And now you do the caterpillar. Honestly, just rubbing along the stone
That was close.
Oh my
rail
God! Are you okay?
railing should be safer
Yes,
than this.
I'm all right.
You've got a nerve, Brent Halligan! How dare you upset me like that? You could have got killed!
It's all right, Melanie. I'm still alive.
Gotten
Don't you
killed.
ever do that again, do you hear me?
Hey, all right, all right.
Okay, I'm gonna continue. Like freaking out over there. I feel like there's a better way to do this.
No,
No.
this is the only way.
Huh? He stopped. Oh, I see.
Melanie? I made it! I'm on the other side.
Oh shit.
Great, Brent. What's it like over there?
Interesting. There's a rather strange tower with some sort of scales in front of it. No idea what it's used for. Come here and see for yourself.
No.
I can't, Brent. You've got both boards on your side.
Oh, damn. That's true.
Brent, how much do you weigh?
What?
How much do you weigh? Your weight.
About 160 pounds. Why do you want to know?
I'm much lighter than you. The bridge won't collapse when I use it. I'm coming over now.
No.
Melanie, don't! Stop at once! The bridge will collapse!
Look at her. Stop.
Oh, walk.
Great. Now, how will they get back?
And they just live there now.
Great. Let's save.
Okay, here we are. What shall we do now?
If you
I'd
picked
say
up
we
the
have to get
plank,
into
you
the
can
tower.
reach.
If you pick up the plank, you can reach what?
Have you picked up one of the planks again?
I think I have it.
Okay.
I think it was automatic.
I don't know.
Got any ideas?
No. What about you?
I wouldn't have to ask if I had.
Ah.
Okay, let's
see. Yeah, I have the plank.
The door is completely flat. No handle, no lock, nothing. The door is completely flat. No handle, no lock. I don't want that.
You don't?
It would have surprised me if it had worked like that.
Mm-hmm. The door is completely flat. Use the key.
No, not a chance.
Okay. Use the amulet.
Not a good idea.
Put the amulet here. Huh? What? I was joking.
Well, you're thinking like Halligan.
That's too dangerous.
Why? All right.
That's too dangerous.
Why did you put the
That's
plank
too
there?
dangerous.
Because
That's
now you
too
can pick up the
dangerous.
amulet again. Before the door closing.
I see. Oh, there he goes.
Wait.
I wait.
Go back out.
Okay. Yes.
Take a close look at the barrel.
Yes.
Examine.
Took the thingy.
Mm-hmm. Also take the hook off.
I got the hook.
Okay. Now you can enter the building.
That doesn't work. That won't get me any further. It'll certainly not fit in there.
Can you take a closer look?
No?
It won't work like that. That doesn't work. That won't feel different with gloves either.
Use the case file.
I can't do that.
Hello? Brent? Okay.
Nothing's happening.
I can't talk to her, alright.
It says, once inside, you will find a large hourglass in front of you. Take a closer look and remove the bolt from the center.
The ball.
Bolt.
Take a closer look. It doesn't let me.
You need to remove the board from the door so it closes.
Ah. Alright.
Hey, look at that. This building is really something. An hour.
I always have to have at least 2 walkthroughs open. So I get all the information. Remove the bolt.
Ah. The broken scissors.
They strike again. Aren't you glad that you stole from your colleague?
Absolutely.
This would have also been a great opportunity for Simon's screwdriver.
Do I need to do anything else here?
Yeah. You already had the right idea earlier
Yeah.
with the square. Yeah. Creepy music.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, Brent!
Game over. That's how you die.
I can't believe this is how it ends. Are we going back in time, dude?
We are going back in time.
Oh shit.
I told you it's only the beginning last time.
We haven't moved even a single inch from where we started out, have we?
Look, the bridge is a hole again.
If you ask me, the bridges are still whole. We've landed in a time when this whole place was still completely intact. We've traveled back in time.
You really think so?
What a quick
Uh-oh, here comes
conclusion.
company.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, you're wearing
They look like
trousers.
soldiers.
Don't panic. Let's find out what they want.
Oh. All right. Holy shit.
I must have fainted. Where are we now? Brent? Brent, are you there? Nothing. Damn, where am I? Looks like a kitchen.
Funky music. Hello.
What have we here then? Look, John. The Danish whore's woken up.
Point 1, I'm not a whore. Point 2, I'm not Danish.
Do you hear that? She's got a sharp tongue in her head. If you're not Danish, what are you?
What have you done to Brent?
Do you hear that, John? She wants to know what you did to the lad that was with her. Oh, the hussie's worried about him. You must like him a lot. Hey, John, what did you do to the poor man?
Just chopped off his ears. He still don't look bad, though.
What? You monsters!
Now. John's in a good mood today. He always jokes around when he's in a mood like that. Your friend's unarmed for the moment, anyway.
What are you going to do to him?
Unless he tells us what day your king's planning to start his invasion, he won't be feeling too good.
And he'll lose a few more body parts than just his ears. Depend on it.
What invasion, damn it? I know nothing of an invasion, and neither does Brent.
You know very well what I'm talking about. The next Danish invasion. But I promise you this. This time, King Ethelred will be ready. We will slaughter you the moment you set foot on English soil.
My friend and I don't belong here. We...
There you are. A confession at last.
No. What I mean is we don't belong to this time. My God. Is there no way I can get you to understand? This is madness. We're not Danish. We're English.
Oh, you are you? Then tell me this. Where in England did Edward the Martyr rule?
Who? Damn it, how should I know? I've never been interested in medieval history. After all that ended over 1,000 years ago.
Ha! 1,000 years? Do you hear that, John? She's mad! This woman's completely mad! She's having us on. Stop talking nonsense. Tidy up and see you got something to drink.
Listen to me. I am Dr. Melanie Turner from... Oh, that would probably be too complicated for you, I suppose.
Complicated? What kind of a word do you call that then? Stop talking Danish to me, girl!
Danish? Whatever gave you that idea?
Save your breath, woman! This isn't the first time we found Danish spies around here. And that ridiculous, childish disguise of yours isn't gonna help you either.
Yes, I suppose I must look strange to you, but I can explain.
There's no need for that. We know all about you. Your king's preparing for another invasion.
All right,
but
yeah.
I'm sure your strange friend... Until then, you'll stay in here to keep us a little company.
Ah, company. And what exactly do you call company?
You'll soon find out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
If you dare touch me, I swear I'll scratch your eyes out.
And I swear that unless your friend tells us the truth about what you two are doing here, you will die, both of you.
We're looking for a Druid order.
Druids? That proves it. You're conspiring with British heathens against our king. But you may depend upon it that King Ethelred's revenge will be terrible.
But you must let us go. You've no idea how important this is.
Important? For your war, I suppose? Do you take me for a fool? Forget it, hussy. You two are staying right here with us. Now stop your grumbling. Get in the kitchen, Danish woman. Tidy up and get us something to drink.
Oh, just leave me alone, you bastards.
All right, cool. So I imagine we have to poison them or something.
For that, there is a bag of money on one of the soldiers' chairs.
John, celebrations are due. Our pay has arrived. 10 pieces
And
of
also
silver
says
for
exhausts
each
the
of us.
dialogue with the soldiers sat at the table. Flirt with them until he lets to
polished
see his equipment.
Pieces of silver at 1 ounce each. You again. I told you.
Well, what can I get?
In God's name, stop asking stupid questions.
Yes, very well.
And hold your tongue, woman!
Hold your tongue.
You get it.
I don't want to...
Oh, well, look here. Now you just and get us.
Oh, what are you staring at me for? Never seen a woman before?
What she mean, Thomas?
She means you're a fool, John.
What are you... Never...
What
She... Forget it, my girl.
He's not talking to me more.
You hear? Get...
Okay, maybe you did it. Ah, I see the gold pouch.
Gold? Yeah, I can't
Forget
get
it,
it.
my
He says, forget it.
Hmm.
Hey!
Maybe,
Stop!
yeah, then do the
You've
other
no
stuff
business.
first.
I don't
In the
want...
kitchen.
Well, look now you and get...
Oh,
What did you say?
Then do the other stuff in the kitchen first.
Book.
this is no good. The second scale, the medieval book of recipes. Let's see what it says.
To make a strong sleeping drink. Crimson and an ounce of the golden. Green frame want and an ounce. Hot drink maketh thee sleep good. Okay, great. I'm just getting all sorts of stuff now.
Oh, Melanie, that...
Oh, Melanie.
I can't do that. Would that... It won't... I don't want... That won't get me any further. No, not... I should... It's lucky. Looks... That's futile as well. Dried leaves. I don't know which plant they come from.
Right. Okay, before we continue, I would like to get something to eat, and then you'll tell me how to do this. Alright?
Alright.
Okay, let's save. Alright, boo-boo. It might crash, but I just saved.